Hello, I'm Jared Willits, and welcome to episode 28 of My Thoughts, for what they're worth. If you like what we're doing, please like it on YouTube or Spotify. Sharing is great, and subscribing is absolutely wonderful. If you did that, you'd be notified of what's going on with the podcast, and certainly help me move this thing forward. This episode is entitled The Oval Office Mafia. We're going to start talking about the Memphis Mafia and connect the two. But of course, the number one current event is the fact that President Biden, after the months and months and months of insisting he was in the race and he was going to beat Donald Trump, has bowed out, endorsing Kamala Harris for the top of the ticket. We go back to the Memphis Mafia. That was a nickname given to all the people who worked for Elvis. There's a bunch of them. Their associates and family and friends, all charged with different things about his career, keeping him safe out in public, little bodyguarding going on, safeguarding his well-being in a number of ways, financially and with his health, and they didn't do a very good job. I think you know that. Elvis died at the age of 42. I think it is believed by many, including myself, that the Memphis Mafia were more interested in themselves, the money, keep the money coming in. There's so much money. There were houses and there were cars and there were motorcycles, a lifestyle that featured, drug, sex, and rock and roll and all that. And they worked to maintain that lifestyle, not to protect Elvis. And I think it led certainly in part to his demise at 42 years old. They're more interested in their lifestyle and what they were getting out of it than protecting the king. That brings us to the Oval Office Mafia, as I like to call them, and doing the same thing with Joe Biden. They just, say, hey, you're great, you're fine, you're perfect, keep on going, you're the man, you're in control of everything. Yeah, but I think they were interested more in themselves and not losing the most intoxicating drug ever. And that drug is power. They were afraid of losing their power. It's an interesting lifestyle. Not quite drug, sex, rock and roll in the Elvis area, but that kind of power, that kind of life, it's intoxicating. You want more and more of it, and you certainly don't want to give it up. So I think for the most part, people around him were pushing him to stay in. They should have told him months and months ago that really, Joe, Mr. President, you need to bow out. Finish up your term the best you can and let someone else lead the ticket, lead the party into the future. They should have done that months ago. They knew months ago. They covered it up, even to himself. And that results in, the Democratic Party right now, it's scramble city. It's disarray. There are some things they're trying to figure out. There's an obvious path to go, but maybe that path isn't so obvious. There are people who want to be involved more than maybe they should, trying to get in on the whole thing. It's just it's only a few months until the election, really, and it's just a month or so away from the Democratic convention. So they're in disarray. Why? Because they waited too long. Power. It's intoxicating. Those are my thoughts for what they're worth. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Jared Willits.